All right, let's see. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. We are super excited for this webinar today. We're going to be talking all about Merchant Portal. And my name is McLean Keene. I'm the marketing manager for Bandwango. I also have Britt on our call too. She's been having some issues with her webcam, so she's going to be off camera today, but we are going to have her just hop on and talk all about Merchant Portal. So let's go ahead and get started just so that everybody kind of has a reminder of Experience Builder, or if you've joined any of the other webinars that we've hosted. Experience Builder is our new self-serve platform where you can build passes a lot quicker than before. As a lot of you know, our process was about 45 to 90 days to build a whole pass, but now we can do it in as little as a day with Experience Builder. It's very self-guided. There's lots of templates, lots of automation, and just makes it a really seamless process. So it's been really great. And if you've joined any of these webinars in the past, we've been having them weekly for the past couple months, where we've been going over fun new product updates and Experience Builder, different ways to check in, and just all these innovative changes that we're making so that you guys are aware of what's going on the product side. This one is great because we have Brett on the call who's going to be talking about Merchant Portal. And while that's not necessarily a product update, it's really, really helpful for all of you guys, all of our partners to know, and all of our merchants too. So to know how to get them on board, and she's going to be walking through that process. Just a quick note is that we won't be doing a live demo today, but Brett's going to go over all of the information. And then we're going to send out a very comprehensive YouTube link at the end of this that has a step-by-step process of how to go about it. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Britt.
Hi, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties I'm having today. Can't get my camera to work, otherwise I'd be on here. But I just wanted to kind of go over, like McLean mentioned, a little overview of Merchant Portal, what it is, how it works, and then we'll send out that link that really shows the whole process from start to finish on how the merchant sees everything. So first step is, what I need from our client, from you guys. And really it's providing us with a list of those merchants that you're wanting us to reach out to. And this is essentially when we're assisting with that onboarding process to get those merchants on the pass. So providing us with those business names and a good contact email, giving me that information, I can put that into our system, and those emails can generate links, and each link is specific to the merchant's email. So even if we have one business and like 3 different contacts under that email, they'll each have, or under that business, they'll each have their own specific link. And when they click that link, they're taken into Merchant Hub or Merchant Portal. We refer to both, and they'll create a password, and that's their login. That's their account. It's their hub to manage their listing, to answer or ask any questions, just go through anything with their business and how they want it to be presented. Those links are received by an email that I send out, and that's how when we initiate outreach. And it also will, those emails provide details of what kind of pass we're reaching out for, which usually you guys have already talked to your merchants and they're aware of why we're reaching out and what they should be doing. And that outreach and those emails usually run for about 18 days. And we just send them out, as reminders about every 3 to 4 days. And every one of them will have those links just so that doesn't get lost in the mix at any time. And then also you can access the merchant onboarding report when you have access to that in our system, and you have access to those links as well. So if a merchant reaches out to you and wants you to resend it to them, or I can always resend it too. I think that's basic things that I would need from you guys. It's about merchant information. We can go to the next slide. So the process for the merchant is once they receive that link in their email, they'll click that link And that will take them, I did a little screenshot here of like the page that welcomes them. And this is where they're going to either accept or decline that invite to be part of the PASS program. So ideally, we want them to accept. And once they accept that invite, that's when they're going to be taken to the page where their email will already be in there. They create a password, and then they agree to a terms of service, which is all encompassing for all PASS types, just them agreeing to be part of the program. It's pretty basic, but yeah, it covers everything that we need there. Once they log in, then we have it set up so we have either required items or optional items, whichever kind of PASS that we're onboarding for. If there's required items, there's a red box that will say required items. And usually we'll have them verify their venue information. So we pull a lot of information from Google Place IDs. So if they have a Google listing, then ours will be updated already on there, their website. Google will input an image that will be there, but the merchant can always just change their image. They don't have to use what's there. They'll add a venue description. If address or anything's wrong, they can chat within Merchant Hub. That chat goes directly to me and I can assist them that way. They can always email. There's a bunch of different ways. They can actually request. There's like a link if the address is wrong. They can click request address change. They put in what it needs to be, and that email goes directly to me, and we just update that right then. So they'll verify all that information, put in those required items. Those required items will also include sometimes, if it's a paid pass, we're going to do a tasting or admission voucher, or maybe it's just a discount that they need to provide. And so there'll be a little arrow they can click there, and that will prompt them to put in the information for whatever required product that we're asking for. After all required items are submitted, that red box turns green, and they'll have a little update in the corner that lets them know their submission's in review. I review everything, and that's when I'll bump it to approved, or if I have questions, I reach back out to them. So I'm very involved in the process when it comes to the merchants and with the clients, going back and forth, kind of being the middleman. But overall, the merchant onboarding process and using the Merchant Hub really is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. There's additional things that are useful for paid passes. If we have merchants on a paid pass, they can log back into their Merchant Hub at any time, and they'll actually just log back in at app.bandwango.com, and their email will pop in there. They'll just put in their password, and they can access redemption and payment reports that way. They also, if you've had a paid pass and you kind of know how this works, if we're paying out any merchants, they also receive payment summaries when a payment's sent. But this just allows them to go in at any time, and they can reconcile things, see if the redemptions on their end match what's on our end. So there's some little things like that. And that video that we'll send out will walk through that process and show how they access all of that information as well. So it's really a useful tool. It's been really nice to get merchants in there. It's easy for them to communicate with us and, have us help them get them on board and answer any questions that they have. So everything's on there that's required. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward process.
Yeah, I was going to say it's pretty easy, and I feel like we have multiple areas where we just prompt them along too. So it's pretty easy to see what the next step is. But, this webinar is recorded too, and we'll send out that video so that you guys can check out how to do it if you ever need to go back. And because we're not doing a live demo today, it's a little bit tricky to kind of get a vendor on as well and walk through that whole process. But we'll be recording this and we'll put it on our website. And then we have a great YouTube video that walks through it step by step so you can see how easy it is. And I'll turn it back over to Britt to kind of talk about, the details of Merchant Portal.
So like I said, it's really just making sure that the merchants have that link, that they can get in there, set up their password. adding that basic information. And if they really ideally, if they have that Google listing, so much of it is already pulled in there that eliminates a whole portion, a whole process. So it's just submitting those required, those little required things. And then if it's a gamified pass we're helping with and there's nothing required except for them to verify venue information, it's really, you accept that invite, you just submit that you verified your business information, and then they're good to go. So but we do like merchants to know, like, they can go in there and they can, live chat with us, and these updates that are made within, at least an hour or so of a submission. I just usually, as soon as I seen it, we make the updates. But really it's really straightforward. There's, like McLean said, it prompts them through everything. They can go in and click around and see everything they can do in there, ask any questions. Also, if we have the same contact that's maybe over multiple businesses, so they have maybe 3 different listings on a pass or something, they only need to log in to that one time. They don't have to set up like a different login each time. Just create that password once, and then once they're in there, there will be a little toggle at the top, like a little drop down, and then they can filter between each of the businesses to see where they're at, or to view the redemption reports just for those businesses specifically. There is also a feature, if a merchant is having any issues completing a redemption on the pass holder's phone on their pass, merchant can go directly into Merchant Portal, and there's a little on the left-hand menu, which you'll see in the video. They can click redeem and manually complete a redemption that way if needed. Sometimes maybe cell phone service isn't good or something like that. So that's always a way to do things as well. But of course, our support team, and we're always here to help with any of those issues too. So no matter what, everybody's backed up, everybody has support and help. And yeah, we're here for any questions.
Yeah, and Britt, just a quick note for everybody. So it's the easiest way to get in touch with you if they needed something updated or changed, to click on that chat icon and chat with you directly.
Yeah, the chat is, I would say, either the chat or just emailing merchants@vanwango.com. Those go directly to me as well. So either way, it's quick and we can get things resolved in a timely manner. So yeah.
Cool. Well, I know that was quick. That was short and sweet because it is really just that easy. We do record these webinars. Again, it'll be on our website and it gets sent out to everybody that registered as well. So if you weren't able to make it, we'll be sure to send it out. This would be a great time too. If your merchants have questions, you can send them this webinar and they can easily look at those different steps and kind of walk through it themselves. And we can also, again, we'll attach that YouTube video if anybody needs any extra help or support, and they can watch a full video. But it is really easy, and really appreciate you, Britt, for hopping on and walking us through it. Just a little reminder, so we do have more upcoming webinars. We have these every single Thursday. Next week is a really exciting one. We're going to be talking about creating and adding coupons in Experience Builder, so you definitely don't want to miss that one. We have the link on our website. We have it on our social media, and you can also scan the QR code right there on the slide if you want to register and sign up. But we thank you guys so much for joining, and just hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you next week.